The December wrap-up Community Day is almost here in Pokemon Go, featuring all Community Day Pokemon from the last 2 years and some very useful legacy moves. And in this video, I will be going through all of the details and tips to help you make the most of it. So the event will be taking place on December 21st and 22nd between 2 PM and 5 PM local time each day. The bonuses for the event will be 2x Catch XP, 2x Catch Stardust, half hatch distance, 2x Catch Candy, 2x chance for Candy XL for players level 31+. Lures and incense will last for 3 hours excluding daily incense. You'll get 1 additional special trade for a maximum of 2 for the day, and all trades made will require 50% less Stardust. And it's worth noting that all of these bonuses will be active between 2 PM and 5 PM on each day, and the trading bonuses will actually be active for a lot longer between 9 AM and 9 PM on each day. And it is also possible that the 2x Catch XP and the 50% increased XP from raid battle bonuses from the holiday events will be active outside of the 2 PM till 5 PM Community Day hours, but I'm not 100% sure whether they will overlap. So there will be a different set of featured Pokemon each day of the event, and these Pokemon will appear with boosted Community Day shiny rates of 1 in 25 between 2 PM and 5 PM on their featured day. It is also worth noting that any Pokemon that's featured for the whole wrap-up event can spawn either day between 9 AM and 9 PM local time, but they won't have boosted Community Day shiny rates, and only the featured Pokemon for the day will appear between 2 PM and 5 PM on their featured day. So featuring on Saturday, December 21st between 2 PM and 5 PM will be Bellsprout, Chansey, Goomy, Rowlet, Litten and Bounsweet. And on Sunday the 22nd between 2 PM and 5 PM will be Mankey, Ponyta, Galarian Ponyta, Seawaddle, Tynamo and Poplio. And there is also a new feature being added this year for the wrap-up event. For the last 10 minutes of each hour between 2 PM and 5 PM on each day, you will have a chance of encountering Porygon, Cyndaquil, Bagon or Beldum. So these are all of the wild encounters that are the 2024 Community Day Pokemon, but what about the 2023 Community Day Pokemon? Well, they will be available in special 2km event eggs, which will of course only require 1 kilometer to hatch because of the half hatch distance bonus. And from these eggs, you will be able to encounter Slowpoke, Galarian Slowpoke, Poliwag, Togepi, Wooper, Paldean Wooper, Timburr, Axew, Chespin, Fennekin, Froakie, Grubbin and Noibat. But as well as all of these 2024 and 2023 Community Day Pokemon returning, they will also return with their Legacy Community Day moves. But how do you get them and which moves are available? So all of these moves will be available via evolution between 9 AM and 9 PM on Saturday and Sunday. So you can evolve a Poliwhirl into Poliwrath to get the fast attack counter, or you can evolve Poliwhirl with a King's Rock to get a Politoed that knows the charge attack Ice Beam. Evolving Weepin Bell will get you a Victory Bell that knows the fast attack Magical Leaf. You can evolve a Ponyta or a Galarian Ponyta to get a Rapidash or Galarian Rapidash that knows the charge attack Wild Charge. You can evolve Slowpoke or Galarian Slowpoke into Slowbro, Galarian Slowbro, Slowking or Galarian Slowking to get Surf. Evolving a Quilava will get a Typhlosion that knows Blast Burn. Evolving a Chansey will get a Blissey that knows Wild Charge. You can evolve a Togetic to get a Togekiss that knows Aura Sphere. Evolving Wooper will get a Quagsire that knows Aquatail. Evolving Shelgon will get a Salamence that knows Outrage. You can evolve a Metang to get a Metagross that knows the charge attack Meteor Mash. Evolving Porygon 2 will get a Porygon Z that knows Tri Attack. You can evolve Gurdurr to get a Conkeldurr that knows Brutal Swing. You can evolve Swadloon to get a Leavanny that knows Shadow Claw. Evolving Electric will get an Electros that knows Volt Switch. Evolving Fracture will get a Haxorus that knows Breaking Swipe. You can evolve Quilladin to get a Chestnut that knows Frenzy Plant. You can evolve a Braixen to get a Delphox that knows Blast Burn. Evolving Frogadier will get a Greninja that knows Hydro Cannon. Evolving Sliggoo will get a Goodra that knows Thunder Punch. You can evolve Noibat to get a Noivern that knows Boom Burst. You can evolve Dartrix into Decidueye to get Frenzy Plant. Evolving Torracat into Incineroar will get Blast Burn. Evolving Brionne will get a Primarina that knows Hydro Cannon. You can evolve Grubbin into Charjabug to get Volt Switch, and you can evolve a Charjabug into Vikavolt to get Volt Switch as well. Evolving Steenie will get a Serena that knows High Jump Kick. Mankey that evolved into Primeape will get Rage Fist, and evolving Primeape into Annihilate will also get Rage Fist. And lastly, evolving Paldean Wooper will get a Clodsire that knows Mega Horn. And I will be going through which of these moves you will want to get later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. And as some evolutions require items to evolve, there will be a free timed research rewarding a Rainy Lure module and Unova Stones. There will also be another free timed research that will award daily encounters with Community Day Pokemon from 2024, and they will have special backgrounds. There will also be field research rewarding encounters from 2024 Community Day Pokemon, and you might rarely find research tasks that will reward these encounters with a special background. Event themed stickers will be available from spinning Pokestops, opening gifts, and for purchase in the in-game shop. You can also purchase a special research for $5, which will get you a Rocket Radar, an Elite Charge TM, an Elite Fast TM, and encounters with 2024 Community Day Pokemon with special backgrounds. There will also be a Community Day bundle on the web store for $5 that'll get you the special research ticket I just mentioned, and you'll get 5 rare candies as well. So if you are going to buy the ticket, I would recommend getting it from the web store to get more value. With that said, which event Pokemon are most worth focusing on, and which legacy moves are important to get? So Bellsprout and its evolution Victory Bell don't have much meta relevance, so they aren't worth focusing on, but its Community Day move Magical Leaf is best for it, so I would recommend evolving for the legacy move if you're going to use it. For Chansey and its evolution Blissey, they are both strong gym defenders, so worth picking them up for that. The legacy move Wild Charge, however, isn't important. Goomy is a good Pokemon to hunt during this event because Goodra is a decent Pokemon for Go Battle League, where it is ranked 45 in the Great League with 114-14 IVs. It's also ranked 66 in the Ultra League with 0-12-12 IVs, and it's ranked 43 in the Master League. And for the legacy move Thunder Punch that it does get through evolution during this event, it is part of the recommend moveset for the Great League build. For Rowlet, its evolution Decidueye is the 19th best grass type attacker, so not a bad budget pick, but it's only really worth investing in if you don't have any better grass type attackers. It will also get a Shadow Form in the future, which will improve its performance. And Decidueye is ranked 77 in the Ultra League with 0-14-13 IVs. And for both aspects of the game, it does want legacy move Frenzy Plant to be at its best, so make sure you evolve your Dartrix into Decidueye before the event ends. We do also have Litten available, and its evolution Incineroar is the 15th best dark type attacker, and whilst not much of a meta Pokemon in Go Battle League, it is ranked 113 in the Ultra League with 0-15-15 IVs, and it's ranked 130 in the Master League. So really it is mostly worth picking up for its relevance as a dark type attacker. I would recommend its legacy move Blast Burn if you are going to use it in Go Battle League, or as a fire type attacker, but it isn't really worth investing in as a fire type attacker. Bounsweet and its evolution Serena don't have any meta relevance, so not really worth focusing on. Mankey will be available, and both of its evolutions Primeape and Annihilate are worth focusing on. Primeape is a very strong Pokemon in Go Battle League, where it is currently ranked 5 in the Great League with 1-15-15 IVs, and it's ranked number 2 in the Ultra League with 7-15-15 IVs. And Annihilate is ranked 41 in the Great League with 2-15-15 IVs, and it's ranked 27 in the Ultra League with 0-15-15 IVs. And for both Primeape and Annihilate, they do both benefit quite a lot from the Community Day move Rage Fist, so make sure you evolve these before the event ends. Next we have Ponyta, and its evolution Rapidash is ranked 88 in the Ultra League, and it does want its Community Day legacy move Wild Charge to be at its best. And for Galarian Ponyta and Galarian Rapidash, they don't really have any meta relevance, so not worth focusing on. Seawaddle and its evolution Leavanny don't have much meta relevance either, but Leavanny does see some play in the Great League and the Ultra League if you do want to run it. And if you do want to run it in Go Battle League, I do recommend evolving it to get Shadow Claw. For Tynamo and the Electros, they don't have any meta relevance, so not worth focusing on. Poplio will be available, and its evolution Primarina is ranked 63 in the Master League, and it is the 12th best water type attacker and the 19th best fairy type attacker. And for both raid attacking and Master League, it does want legacy move Hydro Cannon to be at its best, so well worth evolving during the event. Porygon will also be available, and it isn't really worth focusing on much because it doesn't have much meta relevance currently. Cyndaquil on the other hand will be worth getting because Typhlosion is ranked 71 in the Ultra League with 0-13-15 IVs, and it does want legacy move Blast Burn to be at its best. We do also have access to Bagon, and Mega Salamence is the 3rd best dragon type attacker in the game and the 3rd best flying type attacker as well. Salamence is also ranked 99 in the Master League, and if you are going to use Salamence in the Master League, then I would recommend evolving for Outrage. Otherwise, as a dragon type raid attacker, it doesn't really need it because Draco Meteor is recommended instead. Beldum is well worth picking up because Metagross is the 3rd best steel type attacker and the 2nd best as a shadow, and Shadow Metagross is the 9th best psychic type attacker as well. Metagross is also ranked 61 in the Master League, and it does want its legacy move Meteor Mash to be at its best in the Master League and as a steel type raid attacker. And for the 2023 Community Day Pokemon that are in eggs, it is worth noting that they will have a 10-10-10 IV floor from eggs, so getting the perfect PvP IVs can be a bit difficult, but you can always do some mirror trades to try to lower the attack IV if you wanted to. Slowpoke and Galarian Slowpoke and their evolutions have no meta relevance, but if you did want to use them in Go Battle League, then it is worth evolving for Surf because that is the recommended move for them. Poliwag will be hatching from these eggs, and Poliwrath is decent in the Ultra League where it is ranked 70 with 0-14-14 IVs, and I would recommend evolving during the event to get legacy move Counter. We do also have access access to Togepi, and Togekiss is an option for the Master League, where it is ranked 86, and it does want Legacy move Aura Sphere to be at its best here. It's also the 11th best Fairy type attacker, and one of the most accessible Fairy type attackers, with a lot of the top Fairy type attackers being Megas and Legendaries. Wooper will be available in eggs, and its evolution Quagsire is ranked 32 in the Great League, and it's ranked even higher in its shadow form at rank 16. It does want Legacy move Aqua Tail to be at its best, so it's a good chance to evolve any Shadow Wooper that you've removed Frustration from, because it will only get the Legacy move if you've removed Frustration. You won't be able to get the Community Day move on a second move slot. And even more meta relevant is the Paldean version of Wooper, with its evolution Clodsire being the highest ranking Pokemon in the Great League and ranked 6 with its Stone Edge moveset. And the perfect PvP IVs will be 0, 14, 13 for it. It is worth noting though that its Community Day move Megahorn isn't part of its recommended movesets. Timber will be a possible hatch, and Conkeldurr is the 12th best fighting type attacker and the 5th best as a shadow. Its Community Day legacy move Brutal Swing isn't needed as a fighting type attacker, but it is recommended for Go Battle League if you wanted to run it in the Master League where it has most relevance. Axew will be available, and its evolution Haxorus is the 14th best dragon type attacker, so not a bad option if you don't have anything better. And it does also see a little bit of play in the Master League where it is ranked 110, and it does want legacy move Breaking Swipe to be at its best in both aspects of the game, so well worth evolving during the event. Chespin can hatch from these eggs as well, and its evolution Chesnaught does actually have some relevance. It is the 13th best grass type attacker, and it's ranked 95 in the Great League with 115-15 IVs. It's worth noting it does want legacy move Frenzy Plant to be at its best, so again worth evolving during the Community Day weekend. Fennekin is also a possible hatch, but unfortunately it and Delphox don't have much meta relevance, but if you did want to use them for anything, I would evolve them for Blast Burn. For Froakie and its evolution Greninja, it is the 15th best water type attacker, and it's ranked 56 in the Great League with 315-12 IVs, and it's ranked 94 in the Ultra League with 013-14 IVs. And again, it does want legacy move Hydro Cannon to be at its best. Grubbin will be available, and whilst not meta relevant, Charger Bug does see some play in the Great League where it is ranked 128 with 013-15 IVs, and it does want legacy move Volt Switch for this. Vikavolt is also the 14th best bug type attacker, and you don't need the legacy move for this. And Noibat and Noivern don't have any meta relevance, so not worth focusing on unless you need Noibat Candy to evolve Noivern for the Pokedex. And you will want Candy to power up the Pokemon you decide to focus on, but how can you maximize Candy during this event? So you can improve the 2x catch Candy bonus by using Pinap Berries, and you can Mega Evolve a Pokemon that shares a type with the Pokemon you catch to increase the amount of Candy, Candy XL, and XP you get per catch. This is, however, one of those events where there are a lot of different types spawning, so there isn't a specific Pokemon to Mega Evolve to cover them all. So I would recommend picking the Pokemon you want Candy on the most and Mega Evolving a Pokemon of that type. But as a recommendation for the most coverage, I would revert Groudon on the Saturday, because that will boost Candy gains for Bellsprout, Rowlet, Litten, Bounsweet, and Cyndaquil. Alternatively, for something more meta relevant, you could Mega Evolve a Dragon type like Charizard X, Ampharos, Sceptile, Altaria, Salamence, Latias, Latios, Rayquaza, or Garchomp to cover Goomy and Bagon when it spawns during the last 10 minutes of each hour. For the Sunday, I would recommend Mega Evolving a fighting type like Heracross, Blaziken, Medicham, Lopunny, or Lucario to get more Candy for Mankey, because it is the most meta relevant Pokemon on that day, excluding Beldum for raid attacking, but that only has a chance to spawn during the last 10 minutes of each hour. For maximum coverage on the Sunday, I would recommend reverting Kyogre to cover Seawaddle, Tynamo, and Poplio. And remember to Mega Evolve a Pokemon that is at the max Mega level, so you can get more Candy, XP, and chance for Candy XL. And as well as Candy, you can get a lot of Stardust and XP during this event, and here are some ways you can do that. So you do get a 2x catch Stardust bonus during this event, so it could be worth using Star Pieces to increase this to 3.5x Stardust, meaning you will get 350 Stardust per catch. Likewise, you can increase the 2x catch XP bonus to get 4x catch XP using Lucky Eggs, and this means you will get over 4,000 XP per catch if you catch with an excellent throw. And as you get 3-hour lure modules during this event, it is a good opportunity to play in an area where there are a lot of Pokestops, so you can benefit from all of the extra spawns you will encounter from the lure modules. This means you will be able to catch more than normal and therefore get more XP and Stardust. It is also worth using your incense during the event because it will be lasting for 3 hours, and it will help keep the flow of Pokemon encounters more consistent, especially if you happen to pass through an area where there are low spawns. Also, Also, if you use multiple incense whilst Community Day is active, you can add an extra 3 hours to your incense per incense used, so it is worth doing this if you're going to continue playing after the event. And if you do decide to use lucky eggs and star pieces and you don't have a lot of them but you do have some Dialga candy, it could be worth using Origin Dialga's Roar of Time adventure effect to extend the timer of those premium items. Alternatively, you could use Origin Palkia's Spatial Rend adventure effect to extend the encounter radius so you can then interact with and catch more Pokemon in a given area. Outside of this, it is worth entering Pokestop showcases because you can get some Stardust and XP just for taking part. And if you win, you can get premium items like star pieces and lucky eggs, which you can then use to get more Stardust and XP. And when preparing for Community Day, if you do live in an area with few Pokestops, I recommend opening the max amount of gifts you can each day leading up to the event. And because this really is just a catching event, I would prioritize Ultra Balls, Great Balls and Pokeballs over other items. It's also worth noting that item storage upgrades should be a priority for your Pokecoins, especially if you live in an area with fewer Pokestops, because you can store more and you don't need to refill as often. And with the level 49 requirements of needing 35 platinum medals, here are some medals that are most worth focusing on during this event in particular. Firstly, 3-hour lures are a great way for you to get your Picnic a platinum medal. It's always a good idea to put down some lure modules in highly populated areas on Community Day when there are more people playing the game. With the extra special trade per day and the 50% reduced Stardust for trading, it might be worth doing some trades to work on your Platinum Gentleman and Pilot medals. And with all of the candy for the event Pokemon you'll get, it might be worth evolving some of them to work on your Platinum Scientist medal if you're looking to get that, especially if it is a Pokemon that doesn't really have much meta relevance. And as field research is always easy to do on Community Day, it's always just catch 3 of the featured Pokemon. It can be very helpful with you getting your Platinum Pokemon Ranger medal. And generally, field research is well worth doing to get Hundos or Shundos because of the 10-10-10 IV floor. And with that said, if you did enjoy this video, then I recommend checking out these videos on the screen now, and I'll catch you in the next one.